Hi dear students, now we are discussing the area cost of equity capital. Okay, equity capital actually need not to pay any amount. It is only the residual value they are getting, but we will calculate the amount to be paid, the minimum return to be earned on the equity capital. Cost of equity capital is calculated using four methods. There are four methods for calculating cost of equity, and we are going through that areas. First method is dividend yield method. Here the consideration is dividend yield, dividend received by the shareholders, dividend given to the shareholders. Okay, this method is also called dividend ratio method. Okay, then this is the most popular method for calculating K. There are four methods. First, the popular method for calculating K is considered to be dividend yield method. As the name indicates, KE is calculated based on dividend. So KE is equal to D divided by NP into 100, or it may be D divided by P into 100, or it may be D divided by MP, market price. So dividend is divided by principal value, net proceeds, or market value. Okay, NP, you know, net proceeds means NP is equal to principal value plus premium if any, minus discount on issue if any, minus expenses on issue if any. That is net proceeds. Okay, another equation we know, D divided by MP, market price into 100, or D divided by P into 100. Everything can be used. Okay, then we may proceed through an example. A company issues equity shares of 100 each at a premium of 10%. The company has been paying 20% dividend for the last 5 years and expects to maintain the same. 100 രൂപയാണ് 10% പ്രീമിയത്തിൽ ഇഷ്യൂ ചെയ്തു, 20% ഡിവിഡൻ്റാണ് 5 വർഷമായി കൊടുത്തുകൊണ്ടിരിക്കുന്നത്, അത് കണ്ടിന്യൂ ചെയ്യുന്ന പറയുന്നു. സോ കെ ഇ ഈസ് ഈക്വൽ ടു കാൽക്കുലേറ്റ് കെ ഇ. വാട്ട് വിൽ ബി ദ കെ ഇ ഇഫ് മാർക്കറ്റ് പ്രൈസ് ഇസ് 150? അനദർ ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ. ഓക്കെ, ദെൻ കെ ഇ ഈസ് ഈക്വൽ ടു ഡി ഡിവൈഡഡ് ബൈ എൻ പി ഇൻറ്റു 100. ഹിയർ ഡി ഈസ് 20%, ദാറ്റ് ഈസ് 20% ഓഫ് 100 ഈസ് ₹20 ഡിവൈഡഡ് ബൈ എൻ പി. Net proceeds here is 110. That means shares of 100 are issued at a premium of 10%. So 110 into 100. So 18.18%. Another question, what will be the KE if market price is 150? So simply divide by 150. KE is equal to 20 divided by 150 into 100. That is 13.33%. Okay, then I am giving you one question. Second method is dividend yield plus growth method. Okay, here we consider dividend yield and also the growth rate of the company. Okay, KE is calculated using the equation D divided by NP into 100 plus G. ഒരു അഡീഷൻ മാത്രമേ ഉള്ളൂ, പ്ലസ് ജി. ഗ്രോത്ത് റേറ്റ് ഈസ് ആഡഡ് along with the dividend yield method. So D divided by P into 100 plus G, D divided by NP into 100 plus G, D divided by MP into 100 plus G. Anyway, we will add G at the last. The growth rate is added along with the dividend yield. Okay, G is equal to growth rates. Then we may proceed through an example, dividend yield plus growth method. C Limited issues equity shares of 1000 each at a discount of 20%. Initial dividend is 10% and expects a growth in dividend at 2%. Okay, calculate KE. Here KE is equal to, then another question is, if current market price is 1200, what will be KE? Okay, anyway, KE is equal to D. D here is 10% of ₹1000, that is 100, divided by NP here is 800 because it is issued at a discount of 20. Okay, then 100 divided by 800 into 100 plus G. G is 2%, so plus 2 is equal to 12.5 plus 2 is equal to 14.5%. Okay, Then another question here is, if the current market price is 1200, find KE. Okay, simply we will find 100, D is 100 divided by 1200 into 100 plus 2. Okay, are you clear? 100 is dividend divided by market price is 1200, so 100 divided by 200, 1200. Okay, I will show it here. Okay, then 100 divided by 1200 into 100 plus 2% plus 2. Okay, then another method, third method is earnings yield method. Here we consider earnings. Earnings means the earnings per share. EPS is considered here. Here this method is used if there are constant earnings. If the earnings of the company are constant, that is a stable rate of return is there, and also zero retention rate, that means 100% DP ratio, 100% dividend payout, കിട്ടുന്ന എമൗണ്ട് മുഴുവൻ ഡിവിഡൻഡ് കൊടുക്കുന്നു, കോൺസ്റ്റൻ്റ് ആയ ഏർണിങ്സ് ഉണ്ട്. ഇത്തരം കേസുകളിലാണ് നമ്മൾ ഏർണിങ്സ് yield മെത്തേഡ് ഉപയോഗിക്കുന്നത്. ദെൻ so KE is equal to EPS divided by NP into 100, EPS divided by MP into 100, etc. Okay, suitable if DP ratio is 100%, that is retention ratio is 0 and EPS is constant. Okay, then example, market price 150, EPS 12, find KE. It is very simple, EPS divided by MP into 100, 12 divided by 150 into 100. Okay, that is 8%. Then last method is realized yield method. In case of realized yield method, KE is equal to IRR. നമ്മൾ റിയലൈസ് ചെയ്ത എമൗണ്ട് എത്ര പെർസെൻറ്റേജ് ആണെന്ന് കാണുന്നതിനാണ് IRR എന്ന് പറയുന്നത്, ഇൻറ്റേർണൽ റേറ്റ് ഓഫ് റിട്ടേൺ. സോ IRR വിൽ ബി കൺസിഡേർഡ് ആസ് KE. Okay, then next area, cost of equity as per CAPM, capital asset pricing model. In this method, it is the KE is the required rate of return to be made. It is the minimum earnings to be made on the equity is termed as cost of equity. KE is equal to risk free rate plus risk premium. ഒരു നോർമൽ റേറ്റിൻ്റെ കൂടെ റിസ്ക് പ്രീമിയം കൂടി ആഡ് ചെയ്യുന്നതാണ് KE എന്ന് പറയുന്നത്. ഓർ ദ ഇക്വേഷൻ ഈസ് KE is equal to RF plus RM minus RF into beta, or RF plus beta into RM minus RF, whatever it may be. RF means risk free rate plus RM market return minus risk free rate into beta. Beta means systematic risk coefficient. Okay, measure of systematic risk is termed as beta. Okay, then here for example, risk free rate is RF, RM is equal to market return, and beta is the risk coefficient. We are going through an example. Okay, the market rate of capitalization is 12%, that is the market return. മാർക്കറ്റിൽ നമുക്ക് ഇപ്പോൾ കിട്ടുന്ന റിട്ടേൺ 12% ആണ്. ആൻഡ് എ ട്രഷറി ബിൽ yield 8%. വാട്ട് ഈസ് ദ പെക്യുലാരിറ്റി ഓഫ് ട്രഷറി ബിൽ? ഇറ്റ് ഈസ് ദ റിസ്ക് ഫ്രീ സെക്യൂരിറ്റി. ഏറ്റവും റിസ്ക് ഇല്ലാത്ത സെക്യൂരിറ്റിയാണ് ട്രഷറി ബിൽ എന്ന് പറയുന്നത്. സോ ദ റേറ്റ് ഓഫ് റിട്ടേൺ ഓൺ ട്രഷറി ബിൽ ഈസ് 8%. റിസ്ക് കോഎഫിഷ്യൻറ്റ്, ദാറ്റ് ഈസ് ബീറ്റ, ഈസ് 75%. കാൽക്കുലേറ്റ് KE ആസ് പെർ CAPM. Okay, here KE is equal to RF plus RM minus RF into beta. KE is equal to RF, risk free rate is 8%, 8 plus RM minus RF 12 minus 8 into 0.75. Okay, so 8 plus, it is the risk free rate, plus 3 is the risk premium, that is 12 minus 8 is equal to 4, 4 into 0.75 is equal to 3. Okay, 8 plus 3 is equal to 11. KE is equal to 11%. Here there are two components, 8% is the risk free rate and 3% is the risk premium. Okay, then this is another question. The market rate of capitalization is 9% and a treasury bill yield 6%. Risk coefficient is 50%. Calculate KE as per CAPM. Okay, you solve this problem and post the answer as the comment for our Google class. Okay, I think you have gone through, you are understood the area. Okay, are you getting me? Okay, thank you.